Hello everyone. Our role as an occupational therapist is to try and support people with a life-limiting condition so they can continue doing the activities that they want or need to do. If you would like a little more information about our role and how occupational therapy can help you, please see our other video called Occupational Therapy and You, which you can find on a link below this video. We're here today to talk about taking care of your well-being and managing health and wellness needs such as sleep, nutrition, daily activity, and psychological or emotional well-being. Let's take a few moments to pause and think about the areas of your well-being that are most important to you, or you might be experiencing difficulty with. Take some time to reflect on how you feel on a daily or weekly basis. What would you like to change or improve? What's going particularly well? You may wish to pause this video and jot down a few notes about what is most important and meaningful to you. Physical, psychological, and social health and well-being are all central pillars in our overall quality of life. When we do not feel well, either physically or psychologically, and are unable to complete daily activities that are meaningful or things that we may need or want to do, we can feel worse and be less motivated to protect other areas of our well-being, such as physical activity and diet. Over the course of many years, we will each develop our own unique routine and preferences when it comes to looking after ourselves. However, as we get older or become less well, we may experience changes to things like our sleep patterns, what we are able to eat or drink, our energy levels and fatigue, our mood, and what we are able to do each day. It's very common to have a mixture of good days and not so good days. And whilst feeling less well, it can be all too easy to forget about these key areas of our well-being, or to expect too much of our body, though it is possible to adopt some healthy approaches to protect your health and wellness as much as possible. In this video, we offer some healthy lifestyle tips and positive coping strategies to give your body and mind the best opportunity for wellness. Sleep is an essential pillar of physical and psychological well-being, and most adults need 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep to maintain their wellness. Sleep deprivation can cause increased fatigue, stress, anxiety, and a deterioration in mood, cognitive functioning, and performance. Here are a few top tips to make sure that you get a head start in managing your sleep and your energy. Aim to minimize your caffeine intake throughout the day and limit your alcohol intake. Eat a balanced and nutritious dinner before 7 p.m. each evening, and try not to make your evening meal too heavy. Physical exercise can also improve sleep quality, but we will cover physical activity in the next slide. Stick to a regular sleeping pattern so you wake up and go to bed at roughly the same time each day, including on the weekend. If you need to rest during the day, limit your afternoon naps to 1 hour so that your nighttime sleep is less affected. Switch off your digital screens, such as your TV and mobile phone, around 90 minutes before bed, so you can disconnect and relax your mind before you go to sleep. Does your sleeping environment feel calm and relaxing? Is your room temperature too hot or too cold? The ideal room temperature for sleep comfort is around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. Is your room too light or too noisy? You could consider using an eye mask if your room is too bright, or for noisy rooms you could perhaps use a white noise application on your smartphone or wear some earplugs. If you're still awake around 20 minutes after going to bed, try getting up to have a warm drink or do a relaxation exercise such as deep breathing or meditation. If you're worrying about something, keep a notepad beside your bed and make a note of your problems to be tackled the next day. If you have tried all of these techniques and you still experience difficulty in getting to sleep, waking up frequently, or you wake up after a full night of sleep still feeling fatigued, we would recommend that you speak with your GP or healthcare professional. If you're carrying more than your recommended body weight and snore loudly, wake up with headaches, or feeling breathless, you may need to speak to a healthcare professional about a sleep apnea test, which happens when someone's breathing stops and starts again in their sleep. Towards the end of someone's life, fatigue may become more prevalent and they may need to sleep more often. In this case, fatigue and increased sleepiness may offer protection and shielding from any suffering. Eating and drinking well plays an important role in maintaining a healthy weight and managing your energy levels, thereby reducing the symptoms of fatigue. Think of your food and drink as fuel for your body. Consuming high-quality, nutritious and wholesome food will help your body function better and improve the way you feel, both physically and psychologically. Most people should try and eat a balanced diet that consists of fruit and vegetables, starchy carbohydrates such as pasta, bread, or potatoes, protein such as lean meat and fish, or eggs and beans, and some milk and dairy foods such as yogurt and cheese. Try and reduce the amount of processed food and red meat that you consume, which are often high in sugar, salt, and saturated fats. Your body also needs to stay hydrated with enough fluid to function properly. You should aim to drink around 2 litres of fluid each day, but you may need more if you are more active, sweating, or it's warm. The best fluid to drink is water, which has no calories or added sugar. Try and limit your caffeine intake, which can make you feel shaky or want to go to the toilet more. Also alcohol, which can dehydrate you further and also alters your mood to a more depressive state. Some people may have difficulty being able to physically make meals and drinks due to problems with mobility, strength, or upper limb control. There are techniques and equipment available that an occupational therapist can speak to you about. Some people may also have difficulty in physically being able to eat, drink, or swallow. Your medical professional may suggest speaking to a speech and language therapist for advice on eating and drinking. Towards the end of life, the body starts to function much more slowly and will require less food and fluid intake, and this is a natural part of the dying process. It is at this point where food and fluid intake will not improve energy levels, as the disease has progressed too far for the body to continue living. At this point, it is important that the person is kept comfortable with hydrating mouthcare such as ice chips, a sponge stick with their favourite drink, or a lip balm. Please speak to a medical or healthcare professional for advice before making any changes to your diet. You may need to speak to a dietitian for specialist nutritional advice. Here, we will give you a quick overview of 3 positive coping strategies for managing your energy levels and fatigue when attending to activities of daily living. These strategies are plan, prioritise, and pace. It can be helpful to note down how you feel across different times of the day or week. Do you have any fatigue, pain, or breathlessness? Are there any patterns where you see good days followed by not so good days? Can you think of ways to reduce some of the demand on your time and energy? When planning for an activity or task that you may need to do, consider whether there are any ways that you can make the task easier, such as using equipment or gathering items together in one go. If you do use a mobility aid, try and keep this close by. Using your mobility aid whenever you can, even for the shortest of distances, can help to conserve your energy, so your energy reserves are top for other things. Prioritise your time and energy depending upon what is most important to you. Balance the activities that you need to do with more pleasurable things that you would like to do. Sometimes people prefer to pay someone to help with their personal care or with heavier household tasks such as cleaning and gardening. Other people may have friends or family who may be willing to help out. Receiving help for these bigger and more demanding tasks can free up more energy for you to do the things that you would like to do, such as hobbies or spending quality time with loved ones. If you would like more information about how to find a carer, cleaner, or gardener, or to find out what financial assistance may be available to you, please ask to speak to the social work team here at St Catherine's Hospice or within your local authority. It's also important that you give yourself permission to say, "Not today," and be kind to yourself. Your body is adapting to a lot of change, and it's vital that you don't try to overstretch yourself, as this could cause more harm than good. It's perfectly okay to have a restful day where you don't necessarily stick to your usual routine or things that you had planned. PACE refers to pacing, which is a self-help technique that aims to balance energy use with periods of rest. It can also be helpful to spread out your activities across the day or week. If you have an appointment to attend to, it may be worth preparing ahead and having a shower or bath the night before so you can conserve your energy for the next day. Try and schedule high energy activities or appointments for the afternoon so you have more time to get ready in the morning and then have some rest again at lunchtime. Sometimes it can be tempting to do a lot on the good days, but we would always encourage you to save your energy wherever possible so you don't have an energy crash or increased pain from doing too much in one go. Try and leave around 20% of your energy reserved at all times. If you would like further information about managing your energy levels and fatigue, please see our dedicated video, Taking Care of Your Energy, which covers plan, prioritise and pace in much more detail, alongside some useful hints and tips about maintaining your wellness.
Physical activity is a safe and important part of overall physical and psychological wellness for people with a palliative condition. Physical activity doesn't always need to be energetic forms of exercise such as running and cycling. It also includes lighter forms of movement such as walking to the post box or gardening. Whilst physical activity isn't always possible for people experiencing fatigue and low energy, an appropriate level of activity can improve energy levels and reduce the impact that fatigue has on your activities of daily living. Keeping active can also boost your appetite and improve your mood and sleep quality, and prevent or slow down the effects of aging or disease on your physical ability, enabling greater independence with everyday tasks that are important to you. Whereas physical inactivity can weaken your muscles, increase stiffness in your joints, and reduce flexibility, balance, and coordination. This may mean that your body has to use more time and energy to complete everyday tasks. If you would like to increase your physical activity, we would suggest that you start off slowly and set small, achievable goals to begin with. Here are some suggestions to incorporate extra activity into your everyday living. Set an alarm to stand up every hour, walk to your front door and back again, or when you're out and about, try walking instead of driving, or use the stairs instead of the lift. If you would like to build more structured physical activity or exercise into your day, try choosing something you enjoy, such as walking or gardening, and apply the 3 Ps to your chosen activity: plan, prioritise and pace. If you still feel well enough with increased activity, try and increase your activity a little bit each time. For people who are less well, be kind to yourself and try not to push yourself too much. Try also not to hold too high expectations of yourself, as your body is going through a lot. Remember that even the smallest amount of physical movement and stretching is better than complete inactivity. But if you're feeling too tired to do anything at all, then listen to what your body is telling you. People approaching the final stage of their life will naturally become less mobile and sleep more. Sometimes people may not have the energy to eat, drink, or even speak. At this point, it is important not to expect too much of yourself and carefully consider how you would like to spend your energy. Please ask to speak to a medical or healthcare professional for advice before you start doing any physical activity or increase the amount you already do. Our physiotherapy team may be able to offer you specialist palliative advice about specific exercises or develop a personal treatment plan based upon your individual needs and diagnosis.
Here are some top tips on what to do when you're feeling unsettled or anxious. Stop what you're doing and start some deep breathing exercises to try and regulate your heart rate and become more focused. Sit down if you can to reduce the demand on your body. Complete a body scan to try and identify how you're feeling right now. Do you feel any increased pain, breathlessness, tension, or dizziness? Do you need anything? Are you hungry or thirsty or need to rest? Can you get these things yourself, or do you need to call for help? If you're starting to feel more settled now, you could perhaps try some guided imagery, which is a type of relaxation that tries to refocus your mind on positive thoughts or images. Let's try some guided imagery now. From a sitting position, gently close your eyes and slow your breathing. Relax your shoulders. Now visualize your favorite person, favorite place, or a happy memory. Focus on the details. What can you see? What can you hear? Breathe in through your nose. What can you smell? What could you touch? How does that feel? Now open your eyes. How do you feel now? If you can, try and keep yourself distracted from unwanted thoughts or worries. Start with a short burst of 10 minutes and continue if this helps. A lot of people find it helpful to talk to somebody or to do an activity such as colouring, reading, or listening to music. What are your favourite pastimes? If you're still feeling unsettled and this feeling just won't go away or keeps returning, please seek professional help from your medical or healthcare team.
Please keep a lookout for the self-care series, which will provide basic practical information and guidance in managing everyday tasks that some people with a life-limiting condition may experience difficulty with. Our aim is to help people improve their quality of life, overall well-being and independence, and we hope that the self-care series will benefit those who may not require specialist input just yet, or who may be waiting for an assessment either from ourselves or from another organisation.
We also have some bite-sized self-help resources which you can access in the Toolkit section of our website. These include a goal-setting worksheet, fatigue management scale, and diaries to record important details relating to your wellness. If you would like further information about any of the services available at St Catherine's Hospice, please visit our website at www.stcatharines.org.uk. If you feel that you or someone you care for is needing specialist advice, please contact us by telephone on 01723 351 421.